Hi, welcome to our communications campaign. My name is Taylor, and today, me and my classmates, Corbin, Connor, and Lily, will be talking about how to be a successful and effective leader and how to carry that out throughout our career and our life.
For our communications campaign, we wanted to research leadership. This is an extremely important skill to master in order to succeed in all areas of your life. While people seem to have a general idea of what it takes to be a good leader, not many people actually identify themselves as a leader. With our campaign, we want to educate students about the importance of leadership skills and how they can become better leaders themselves. To communicate our message, our team will be using 3 different channels to educate Salt Lake Community College students about the importance of leadership skills and how to become effective leaders. The purpose of this communications campaign is to provide the knowledge and guidance to Salt Lake Community College students on how to become effective leaders. The campaign will be using various channels and media to ensure the message is received by our target audience. With our campaign, students will understand how to be a leader and how they can apply it in their lives to reach their goals.
Really, the key messages that we want to get across is that when you have leadership involved in your life, regardless of whether it's positive or negative, it's one of the biggest influencing factors in you growing up and you learning how to survive on this planet and interact with others. Whether you have a good leader or a bad leader, it influences you in some way and pushes you one way or another when you have someone who's shown to be a good leader to you and you trust and respect them. That tends to sway you towards one way or another, regardless whether it's good or bad. Getting the message across to people isn't always easy. You have to find a way that's the most effective to do it, whether that's 3 different ways or one big way where it's going to be the most effective at getting your point across. And it's especially going to be difficult to get the point across to a group of students that have different goals, backgrounds, and ideologies in life and what they think. So you really need to try a broad spectrum of resources to get your point across and try and show how leadership has influenced them and us. Another thing that you also do want to focus on is that us having a better understanding of what it takes to be a leader and what a successful leader looks like by watching all of our past leaders like presidents, rulers, people who traveled across the ocean to America. Knowing what a good leader looks like helps us also model ourselves to what they were and use some of the things that we are learning today and use some of what society expects today and is accustomed to today. And that helps turn you into a good leader. And then the final key message that you want to remember is that anyone can be a leader. All that it takes is having the confidence in yourself and pushing yourself to be better, whether that's by modeling what a big leader or role model in your life has had, like a parent or an uncle or a teacher or a coach, modeling what they do and using it in a way to better yourself actually ends up bettering the people around you. When you focus on everybody around you, you actually get better yourself, and you don't want to make it about yourself. Focus on your peers and your family.
Our audience analysis was perhaps the most important part of our campaign. Knowing your audience is key to having an effective presentation or campaign in this case. Salt Lake Community College is one of the largest, most diverse colleges in the state of Utah. Many of the students work either full-time or part-time while attending classes here at Salt Lake Community College. We believe the diverse background of students helps provide important insight on effective leadership skills. Key demographics. Just like audience analysis, these are very, very important for us to look at when we're gearing our channels towards our audience. For a student here at Salt Lake Community College, the median age is around 23 years old. The top majors declared are general studies with 44.88% and pre-health with 10.11%, business with 6.02%, and computer science with 4.14%. 67.35% identify as white or non-Hispanic. 18.42% are Hispanic, and 3.80% are Asian. 2.91% identify as more than one race. 2.49% are unknown, and 2.12% are Black, and 1.17% are Pacific Islander, and 90.97% are non-residents, and 0.77% are American Indian.
With the majority of the student population being categorized within the millennial generation group, this really helps us identify the psychographics. The millennial group values having a work-life and social balance. They believe they have a job as a means to pay the bills, but they highly value the time they have to spend on their personal and their social lives. The millennial group is also the first group to have total integration of technology. They are very comfortable using different types of technology, and they can easily adapt to new platforms. Due to the increase in social media, they are also more sociable and thrive working in collaborative environments. Education is also highly valued. This generation is actually one of the most educated generations, with 63% of them planning on getting a college education. By understanding these psychographics, we can tailor our communication channels so that we will reach them and our key messages are received.
They have a total integration of technology. They are more social and successful in collaborative environments, and education is highly valued for this group. Having our audience analysis, psychographics, and demographics were a big part in the decision for the channels that we decided to do, because you have to gear your campaign around the audience that you're trying to reach.
After we know who our intended target audience is, we then need to know which channel, format, content, and tone to use in order to better enhance our message. When we say channel, we mean the type of communication we use to convey our messages, such as phone calls, emails, face-to-face conversations, facial expressions, body language, vocal tones, etc. Channel richness is the number of ways a channel can effectively send a message. When sending a message, there are two different methods to use channels. These methods are called push and pull. When one uses the push selection, the channel is either sent out or pushed out towards the audience, such as in emails and texts. When using the pull selection, the channel will either retrieve or pull from an audience, such as YouTube videos, websites, or blogs. In our communications project, we decided to focus on pull channels. We created an informational blog, website, and video to educate others about the attributes of leadership. The first channel we decided to implement was our blog. Social media has proved to be a successful tool in teaching and sharing information in today's society, especially among millennials. The casual and inviting blog setting is very popular among our target audience and should appeal to their interests, which allows the viewers to get something from our key messages.
In our blog, we offered 5 simple suggestions to help the audience improve their leadership skills. The first piece of advice is to be selfless, and more importantly, don't hesitate to step in at any given time to help support your team. Secondly, be accountable. It's what we learn from our mistakes that matters. Next, be open-minded. Foster creativity and innovation. You should always be willing to learn from your team members. Also, leaders need to be a part of the team. Get to know the team and recognize certain strengths and weaknesses. Finally, be inspirational and genuinely show others that you care. Just like what Maya Angelou said, quote, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel," unquote.
The next channel is our website. This is a really good way to inform students on how leadership can affect them in their lives. The website highlights the idea that leadership really is all around us, and anyone can be a leader in all aspects of his or her life. You don't have to be at the top of a company to be a leader. The website gives examples and information for our audience on how they can learn and develop skills. We have set up the website in a way that is appealing to the younger generation. We chose to apply this channel because websites and social media are generally popular among our peers. Lastly, we wanted to engage with our fellow students and allow them to share their experiences, challenges, and trials that come with leadership in work and personal lives. We chose to use a video because students at Salt Lake Community College spend a fair amount of time using social media outlets like YouTube. A video is a quick and efficient way to show our audience how to be a successful leader. However, we faced difficulties implementing our live videos into the presentation because the program didn't allow the option of muting background music. Unfortunately, this forced us to use direct quotes from the individuals instead of live video responses.
Similarly to our blog, we wanted to include input and ideas from credible sources into our video to help supplement the ideas from the students we videoed on campus. In our video, we referenced Adam Toren, Vice President of Entrepreneur Magazine. In his article, he referenced 7 principles that allow us to become more effective leaders.
His principles are as followed. First, we need to work with our teammates, not over them, in order to develop unity in the workplace. Second, a leader needs to be humble. Third, understand that nobody is perfect. Fourth, a leader needs to inspire others. Fifth, we need to learn from others. Sixth, assess how people perceive you. This includes the community as well because the way others see you ultimately determines your success. And lastly, don't waste other people's time. We agree with Mr. Toren that by implementing these skills, one can achieve more success as a leader. Each response from the students at Salt Lake Community College brought new and creative insight to leadership. We decided to incorporate some of the students' pictures that we interviewed in this slide. To be honest, at the beginning it was nerve-wracking and we struggled to find students willing to participate, but we were grateful for the students' responses.
Overall, we were able to work efficiently together as a team during this semester. We assumed responsibility and everyone carried out his or her own role in creating the project. Many attributes were gained along the way. Some of the main ones were the enhancement of leadership skills, the ability to create platforms such as websites and blogs, and the development of communicating through channels. One of the biggest lessons we learned is the difficulty that can arise when working remotely. It is much easier to brainstorm as a team when everyone is physically present. Schedules and flexibility were obstacles along the way as well as time management. This assignment certainly has real-world application, and the lessons learned can and will be applied to all future business endeavors. We plan on using these lessons to future education, personal and professional relationships, and ultimately our future careers.
In conclusion, the overall message we are attempting to convey is that leadership is not a title. Rather, leadership is about action and setting the standard for others to follow. Anyone has the potential to become a leader. It isn't easy, but all you have to do is try. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or would like to research this subject, please check out these links. Thank you.